Campus of Central Methodist University. Noontime basketball today, lunchtime basketball. It is the Indiana Wesleyan Lady Wildcats, ranked number 11 in the first coaches poll of the season and the Final Four team from last year against the number 17 ranked Central Methodist Lady Eagles. This is Charlie Brown. We are going to be here for the play-by-play. We'll have the ball game for you. We're going to turn our sound off for a couple of minutes while we finish up all our preparations, and then we'll be back with starting lineups and more information. So just hang on. There's no audio problem to speak of. It's just we're doing a little cleanup work as we just got starters put up on the board for us, and we're going to get those put into our system. So you hang on, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes with all the information here on the Eagle Sports Network.
An approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more. How do you become better prepared for today's job market? You choose a better way of learning. At Central Methodist University, we are proud to be one of the first to offer a new comprehensive digital approach to teaching and learning that changes everything. Introducing Digital U. Digital U, available only on the CMU campus in Fayette, transforms the entire learning experience. It's so much more than simply incorporating smart devices into the classroom. Utilizing technology to better engage students, Digital U offers enhanced, never-before-available learning. The technology of Digital U begins with iPads, which are provided at no cost by the university. Over time, fewer textbooks will be needed, which should mean lower cost for most students. At Digital U, students will learn in the same way in which they live, with the access and ease that only this level of technology can provide. And Digital U doesn't just transform the student experience. Faculty can use their devices for everything, allowing for more time and access to teach and guide their students. The Digital U program is made up of many advanced elements, including replacement of some traditional textbooks with e-books, incorporation of Apple TVs in the classroom, specialized new learning apps, the ability to attend class on their device while traveling for sports, music, and other CMU activities, improved communication and collaboration, greater faculty-student connection, and so much more. Digital U incorporates these dynamic digital experiences into the traditional classroom, and students come energized, engaged, and excited to learn. Digital U is not a replacement for traditional learning. It's an enhancement, providing new and greater ways of learning. At last, a connective traditional education that moves at the speed of the real world. Get more from your college experience with CMU's Digital U. Contact us today. CMU. Be more.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We're back at Puckett Fieldhouse. Charlie Brown. You'll hear from Quentin Norris here in just a little bit. On my side, statistician, got some information for you that we'll talk about at halftime. We have the number 11 team in the nation, Indiana Wesleyan, 3-0 on the season against the Central Methodist Lady Eagles. They are the number 17 team in the nation. They are 1-0, just played one game Wednesday night. Indiana Wesleyan played last night, beat a good Columbia College team that is receiving votes just outside the top 25. Beat them by 7 in Columbia, made the trip over here today. And we've got lunchtime basketball action. Two really good teams going to go at it and see how they do today. We'll give you the starters for both sides here as we go along, and then you'll see the introduction of the starting players. We've got a little over 7 minutes to go. For Indiana Wesleyan, for the Lady Wildcats, they go like this in their starting lineup. Number 2, Maddie Lawrence, is normally 42, but she's wearing 2 today, so she's, for those of you back home in Indiana, that's Maddie Lawrence, number 2. She is a sophomore forward from Winchester, Indiana, and she stands 6 feet tall. Madison Davis starts at a guard from Rockford, Illinois, a senior. She is 5'10". Number 21, Bailey Van Dyke, a junior forward from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and she checks in at 5'10". Jordan Reed, sophomore forward from New Palestine, Indiana. She is 5'10", and number 32 starting today, Lily Frazier, a guard freshman from Winnemac, Indiana. Not starting today for those of you that are watching back home and wondering where Kelly Damon is. She had a tough bus ride here as they took a detour on some backcountry roads on the bus, and she's not feeling very well. May see her later on in the ball game, but for right now, she's not able to go. So overlay it so you can see it. There are your starters: Maddie Lawrence, Madison Davis, Bailey, and I got to get her name right because it doesn't show up there. So let me go over. There it is, Bailey Van Dyke, a junior. Jordan Reed and Lily Frazier. Those are the starters for the Lady Wildcats. For Central Methodist, they start this way. 0, Darina Bakarova, 6'1" junior guard from Minsk, Belarus. Arlesia McElroy, I'll get it right. 5'8" guard, senior from Dallas, Texas. Nana Massanet, a 5'9" freshman guard from Trenton, New Jersey. Deja Eli, a 6'1" senior forward from Indianapolis, Indiana. And Leah Johnson, a 6'3" freshman forward from Ewing, New Jersey. Those are the starters for the Lady Eagles. I watched part of the Indiana Wesleyan game last night against Columbia College. Good-looking ball club. Understand how they made it to a Final Four last year and understand why they're an 11th-ranked team. This will be a good test for the Lady Eagles early in the season. This is only game number 2 for them. This is game number 4 for Indiana Wesleyan. So they have left the court. They figure they're loose. They've got about 4 minutes before the horn will sound, and we'll have introductions. We'll have opening prayer, followed by national anthem, and then the starting lineups, as will be introduced by PA man Gary Linhart here. So we'll get the starters off the screen for you. We'll put the scoreboard up on the screen so you can see that. And there it comes. Indiana Wesleyan, Central Methodist University. We'd like to thank our corporate partners for their continued support of CMU Athletics. MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotel, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. Those are the corporate sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. So we're in Puckett Fieldhouse, and there are some fans here from Indiana Wesleyan as they made the trip. I believe they stayed in Columbia last night and came over. One of them came Interstate 70 not knowing that it might be closed. It wasn't. The bus detoured knowing that parts of Interstate 70 might be closed as they're tearing down an overpass between Columbia and Fayette, but I guess they haven't started on it yet because it wasn't shut down. But the bus went around that because they had heard there was a detour possibility and didn't want to be late. But by taking that detour on a country road, they got a girl sick, and Kelly Damon is not in the starting lineups because of it. So we're just about set to go with action as they're going to turn this down, and we'll be up in just a second. When they do, Gary Linhart will come on. He'll give a disclaimer. We'll talk through that, and then when he gets ready for the prayer, we'll turn the mic over to him and the starting lineups, let you see everybody that comes out, and then we'll be ready to go. So get your lunch out, settle in, and watch 2 top 20 teams go at it early in the season. We've got this afternoon, and Quentin will fill you in on a bunch of other stuff at halftime today, but tomorrow is football here at Central Methodist as they take on Baker University. Baker, the number 5 team in NAIA. They're tied with Central Methodist at the top of the South Division of the Heart of America Conference. The winner's going to win the conference championship on that side and get guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, I believe. 7-2 Eagles versus the 8-1 Wildcats from Baker. That's tomorrow at 2 o'clock, or 1 o'clock rather. And then I know there's a soccer game, women's soccer tomorrow night. They're the number 5 ranked team in the nation. They are playing at home here, and I think it's a 6 o'clock start. You can watch that on the Eagle Sport Network as well, as that is a quarterfinal game in the Heart of America Conference. And then tomorrow night, I'll be back up here for Central Methodist men's basketball as they will take on, if I can remember who it is, I got a schedule somewhere, but I don't have it with me in hand. So Quentin, do you know who the men play tomorrow night? Central Christian of the Bible. So I knew it was somebody because they started out with Ozark Christian. So we're just about set. Everybody's lining up for everything, and Gary Linhart will give the information that's necessary for the crowd here, as there are people coming in. I see President of Central Methodist.
17th ranked Central Methodist Eagles.
Here at the ball game.
Players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA champions.
And they are going to talk about the characteristics of the NAIA and the character of champions. So as soon as he's done with that,
we would like to recognize our game officials. From November 5th through the 13th, the Heart of America Athletic Conference is celebrating.
they're going to introduce the officials who have got their back turned to you. That's fine, as that's a dying breed. The need for officials is increasing as the older officials retire, and there's not enough coming in. So they're recognizing the officials for this ball game. Roger Drake, the president here. Here comes the prayer and the anthem.
Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you today in all we do, on and off the court, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
So there's your national anthem, and we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups here in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starters for today's contest. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, Indiana Wesleyan. At forward, a sophomore, number 2, Matthew Lawrence. At guard, a senior, number 10, Addison Davis. At forward, a junior, number 21, Bailey Van Dyke. At forward, a sophomore, number 23, Jordan Reed. And a guard, a freshman, number 32, Lily Frazier. The Wildcats are led by head coach Ethan Ware and assisted by Wesley Wood and Austin Stroud. And now, it's time to introduce tonight's starters for your Central Methodist Lady Eagles. At forward, a 6'1" junior from Minsk, Belarus, number 0, Darina Bakarova. At guard, a 5'8" senior from Dallas, Texas, number 22, Alicia McElroy. At guard, a 5'9" freshman from Trenton, New Jersey, number 23, Nada Masana. At forward, a 6'1" senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 25, Deja Eli. And at forward, a 6'3" freshman from Ewing, New Jersey, number 34, Leah Johnson.
So there are your starters for the ball game, and I will tell you, folks from Indiana, Central has another girl who hasn't cleared eligibility yet, and that is 6'5". So they start They 6'1", 6'1", 6'3" starters in their lineup. So they're a big ball club, but they like to run. Everybody on the team, these 5 girls all scored double figures in the season opener. A 92-49 victory over Ottawa University. All 5 of these starters, and Alicia McElroy scored 21 points in the second half. That's what she had. She didn't play in the first half, and she had 21 in the second half. So we're just about set to go. It will be Jordan Reed jumping against Deja Eli. Tip goes, and it's going to go out of bounds, and they will say it belongs to Indiana Wesleyan. The Wildcats get the basketball to start out. Be Maddie Lawrence to bring the ball inbounds. Lily Frazier into the starting lineup, and that is her getting the ball right there, and she's got McElroy on her, and McElroy is a pest. Maddie Lawrence comes out to get it, swings it over to the corner to Van Dyke. She's going to drive, stop, looks underneath, finds reverse layup, up and in. Jordan Reed with the first basket of the ball game as defense got lost. She made a cut, got to the basket. Bakarova with it. Inside to Johnson. She's got a height advantage, takes it to the hoop, lays it up and in. Leah Johnson with her first points of the ball game, and we're tied at 2. And a travel is going to be called. They pop up the shot clock on there while we're at it, so you can see what's going on with that. Eli to Bakarova. Darina Bakarova, sharpshooter from Belarus, to the hoop, around, lays it up and in. Maybe a problem for Indiana Wesleyan, the speed that the Eagles have, and they like to deflect balls and move it around. Indiana Wesleyan, I got to watch them last night. They are a disciplined ball club. And there's a steal, tapped away. Massenat with it. Throws it, but it's going to be taken away by Bailey Van Dyke. She's going to run it up and down the floor. Gets it. Baseline jumper on the way. Rims out no good. Johnson with a rebound, and here come the Eagles on the run. McElroy. Bakarova can't handle the pass. Just a little bit high, a little bit behind her, out of bounds. Bakarova points to the corner and said, that's where I'll be when you look for me the next time, spotting up for a 3, because that's what Darina Bakarova likes to do. So Frazier going to bring the ball up. McElroy waits for her. Double team. Lawrence, swing it all the way around. 3-pointer in the air. Doesn't, just draws the rim, but a rebound. Comes right back out again. This is Van Dyke. Lawrence, into the corner it goes to Frazier. She's going to drive baseline, stops, kicks it back out. 9 on the shot clock. And we'll have a foul called. A hold. Foul goes on Massenat. Her first personal foul, first team foul. Lawrence to bring it in. Played just under 2 minutes. 4-2 Eagles. Frazier, Lawrence, into the corner. Davis, back out. Bank shot too hard by Jordan Reed. Johnson with a rebound. Bakarova runs it down. Inside to Johnson. Turns, and she's going to be fouled by Lawrence, and she'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Leah Johnson is a force inside when she can get the ball in there. She had last year, in a year that was her COVID year, we'll call it, she averaged a double-double. Gets the first free throw, makes it 5-2. Second one crawls around and in as well, 6-2. Frazier brings the ball across half court for the Lady Wildcats. She's going to be trapped. Gets it out of her hands. Van Dyke into the lane, turns, puts it up too hard, no good. McElroy with the rebound. She's directing traffic. She wants somebody to go to the hoop. She goes to the hoop, lays it up and in. Fat McElroy. McElroy with the basket. Fat is her nickname, P-H-A-T, not something derogative about her size, because if you can see the screen, she's not FAT. Lawrence with a shot, comes up air ball. Johnson with another rebound. McElroy splits, going to go to the hoop, but we're going to have a foul on the floor out away from the basket. Lily Frazier with a foul, her first personal. Kelly Damon checks in. She's a normal starter. She was not feeling well, but here she is. Massenat to get it in. To Bakarova. Deja Eli back to Massenet. She's a lefty, and she's going to go to the hoop. She's fouled on the way by Bailey Van Dyke. That's her first personal foul. Third team foul. As they get reset for the ball to be taken out on the other side. There we go. Bakarova down the lane. No good, but a foul going to be called. A little push on the backside. With Darina Bakarova. Kelly Damon picks up the foul. She's a senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. She's 5'9". Darina Bakarova. First one doesn't go. Off the side. 8-2 Eagles. In their only game this season, they got off to a quick start in each quarter, run it with a run of about 8-0 or 8-1. And they've got a 9-2 start to this ball game in the first 3 minutes. Damon with it, into the corner. Van Dyke being trapped, going to go underneath the basket. Nowhere to go now, kicks it back out. Lawrence back to the top of the key. Davis. Bakarova had the steal, but it goes off of her leg out of bounds. It'll be back to Indiana Wesleyan with 13 on the shot clock. Lawrence into Damon. Turns the corner all the way over to the other side. 3 ball on the way from the corner, no good. And Johnson with a rebound, quickly up ahead. Massenet lays it up off too hard off the glass. It went Johnson, Bakarova, Massenet, but not able to convert the layup on the other end. Van Dyke. Davis. Bakarova after it again, and she's going to be called for a foul this time. She got a little overly aggressive. That's her first personal foul. Team foul number 2 for the Eagles.
Her first second team foul.
Van Dyke inside to Lawrence, knocked away by McElroy. Down 16 on the shot clock. Maddie Lawrence to bring it in. Madison Davis back to Lawrence. Looks inside, going to drive. Now he has to kick it back out. Long 3 on the way, back of the iron, no good. A long rebound to Bakarova. She gets it to McElroy. Down to Johnson, tipped out of bounds by Lawrence. It'll stay with Central, and we've got subs coming in. Jaden Nutley comes in. Izzy Reed comes in. And Adriana Trexler comes in. So some new bodies in for Indiana Wesleyan. Into Johnson, a little farther out than she likes to get it. Spins back to the lane. Left-hander won't go. Tips it around. Can't get it in. And Izzy Reed comes out with a rebound just into the ball game. Damon. Inside it goes to Nutley. Back out to Izzy Reed. Nutley in the corner. Trexler. 3 on the way, comes up short, tipped around. Massenet comes out with it, gets it ahead to McElroy. She's going to drive to the hoop, dishes it off to Leah Johnson inside, puts it up and in. She's got 6, and it's 11-2. Nutley Damon with a three that does not draw iron, goes out of bounds, and it's Central basketball. We're almost halfway through, and there's the first timeout. And it will be called by Indiana Wesleyan with a score 11-2. AirLink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider, family owned and operated, with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for information on all of your internet needs. This is a full timeout. So quick start for the Lady Eagles as they're off to an 11-2 start here in this first period of play. We're 5 minutes into it, so we're halfway through the first period. Leah Johnson with 6. 3 points for Fat McElroy and 2 points for Nana Massanet. Want to say hi to all the families because we have a diversified group here at Central Methodist. Bakarova is from Belarus. McElroy from Dallas, Texas. Massanet from Trenton, New Jersey. Deja Eli is from Indianapolis. And Leah Johnson is from Ewing, New Jersey. So I know that you're not all here for this at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock Friday afternoon game. So we welcome you and thank you for allowing Coach Mike Davis and his crew to have your daughters out here to play basketball and represent the Lady Eagles. As we are having a chat over at the scorer's table. So we are back to action. This is McElroy. Eli, bounce past Massanet. Bank to tip up and in. Nana Massanet. She's got 4, and it's 13-2. Cut underneath. Blocked by Johnson, but a foul call, both the body. That's the first on Leah Johnson. It'll send Madison Davis to the free throw line. J.C. Kennedy into the ball game. Deja Eli out, so they go a little smaller with another ball handler. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Kelly Damon at the line. 20, not 10. First free throw rattles around and falls out. No good. Second free throw good. Breaks a little string. J.C. Kennedy with the basketball now. Massanet will shoot a 3 from there. Wants to shoot a 3 from there, but can't get a shot off. McElroy to the hoop. Little finger roll up and in. Little teardrop jumper. Makes it 15-3. Davis with the basketball. To Nutley. Over to Trexler. Into the corner, Damon. Kicks it back out around. Everybody touches it. Nutley's got it again. Top of the key, Reed. 7. 3 on the way as time expires, and it's good for Izzy Reed. Bakarova quickly will answer, but that goes off the rim and out of bounds, no good. So 15-6. KD Addison checks in. Lily Frazier's back into the ball game. Jordan Reed back in. And Claire Merrill into the ball game. She's got the basketball right now. And a touch foul on Nana Massanet. That'll be her first. That's team foul number 4 with 3:41 to go. Bakarova is going to check back in a hurry, and Massanet's going to check out. Well, they call it on Massanet, said that's her second. That's why she went out of the game in a hurry. Frazier underneath. Nice pass. Can't convert, though, as Adriana Trexler missed the short one. Battle inside, and a foul will be called, and that'll go on McElroy on the rebound. That's number 5. Her first personal foul. And that will put Indiana Wesleyan in the bonus. And Lily Frazier will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That's team foul number 5. So for the next 3:26, Indiana Wesleyan will be shooting bonus. Next foul, Central Methodist will also be in the bonus. First free throw by Frazier is good. 15-7. Second one scoops out, no good, and Bakarova comes down with it, almost loses it, but gets it to Kennedy. Bakarova gets it back. That was Addison. Bakarova's going to take it to the hoop, lay it off to Johnson, too far away from the basket for her. Kennedy. Bakarova with a 3 from the outside, just won't crawl in, and knocked out of bounds by Addison. Marina Bakarova's just been off just a hair. She's one of the best shooters around. She came in at second semester last year and was third or second in the conference in scoring. She averaged 19.7. Massanet averaged 19.1 in conference in play last year. Here comes a double team on Merrill. Gets it underneath. Back kicks it outside. Frazier round to the other side to Trexler. Back to Frazier. There's going to be a steal by Bakarova. She's going to take it in, lay it up left-handed, and scores. She's got 5. 17-7. Reed, inside it goes. Turn, put up, no good. Izzy Reed with a rebound. In the lane, put up again, score, and Leah Johnson picks up her second personal foul. So she'll depart. Deja Eli will come back in, so 6-1 replaces 6-3. 17-9, 2:28 to go. Reed at the line. She's got 4 points in the ball game. Point number 5. Addison to take it out. Kennedy with the basketball. Now Deja Eli is the force inside. Right around is McElroy to the hoop and gets the roll to go. She's got 6 in the ball game, and Kennedy steals the inbounds pass, takes it to the hoop, puts it high off the glass, no good. There is Addison with a rebound, no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot a pair. So KD Addison will be at the free throw line. KD, not KD, but KD. Bailey Van Dyke back in, as that foul was on Lily Frazier, her second personal foul, so she departs. Addison with 2 free throws, both sides in the bonus from now on this period. First one side of the rim, no good. Second one's good, 20-10, doubled up. Katie Merrill with the ball. Turned, pressure comes. Get it across, that's Jordan Reed with it, still with it. Baseline, underneath, extra pass. As Bailey Van Dyke spun and spun until she was in the clear. First foul on Deja Eli. So Maddie Lawrence checks back in. 2 free throws for Bailey Van Dyke. They've made hay at the free throw line. Second free throw, also good. 20-12. Addison, Kennedy. Right between, whistles right on past. McElroy, three-pointer from the corner is good. Fat McElroy with the basket. There's a pass going to be stolen by the Lady Eagles. They're going to head back. Underneath it goes. Bakarova too hard to the basket. Tipped around, and out with the basketball comes Jordan Reed on the run. All the way out to the corner. Izzy Reed with a three on the way. Doesn't draw anything, and there'll be a foul underneath. And it's either going to go on Van Dyke or on Claire Merrill. Call is on Van Dyke. That's her second personal foul, so she will be coming out of the ball game. Madison Davis will check back in.
At the line, shooting two, Arlisha McElroy.
Arlisha McElroy will have a pair of free throws. She's got 9 in the ball game. In 3 quarters of play, she's got 30 points for the Lady Eagles. She got 21 in the second half Wednesday night. She's got 9 right now. Make it 10. She's got a lot of arch on her shot. It'll be one of those, Coach Davis says that's bringing a little rain with it. He says he doesn't care if the ball comes through the net wet. If it brings rain and goes through, he's fine with that. Second free throw, also good. 25-12. 1:16 to go, first period. No pressure this time. No trap, at least this time. Jordan Reed with it. Stop, jumper, contested, but good shot. Jordan Reed. She's got 7 in the ball game for the Lady Wildcats. Kennedy. McElroy tipped around. And it's going to be called over and back. They're going to talk about it. The official says it was back court. Coach Davis says it was knocked out of her hands into the back court. But she was in the front court when she took off to get the ball, I guess, so it is a back court call. So turnover for the Lady Eagles. Chance for the Lady Wildcats to break into this 11-point deficit that they have. Lawrence gets the ball into Merrill. She's got triple teams, so there's lots of people open. Davis underneath, gets it up but won't go, but she's fouled on the play, and that'll go on Katie Addison.
Foul on Eagles, number 1, Katie Addison. That got
Her first personal foul.
Lawrence.
Maddie Lawrence at the line to shoot a pair. Indiana Wesleyan head coach Ethan Whaley, assistant coaches Wesley Woodard and Austin Stroud. First free throw good. Be interesting to see what the numbers are on from the free throw line in this first period because they're making a lot of points at the free throw line. Second free throw with 39.2 to go. Rims around no good, and Bakarova with a rebound. About 9-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock. So Kennedy brings it across, slow it down a little bit. Bakarova goes to the bottom left-hand part of the court, left-hand corner, to shoot a three while they just run this out. No count on him. Kennedy around a couple of picks. Stops and looks. Tries to go inside. It's picked off. Izzy Reed with it, but turned right over by Eli, who throws it ahead too far. And they're saying it's tipped out of bounds, but no call to back that up. So 7 seconds to go. 25-15, 10-point advantage. Lady Eagles look to steal the inbounds pass. Long one right across half court. This is Izzy Reed down the lane. Putting it up, comes up short, jumps back in from out of bounds, but that can happen as she didn't get back in. As that was Jordan Reed, missed the jumper and then tried to come back from out of bounds. 0.6 of a second to go, not enough time to do much of anything. Throw the ball in the quarter, and 25-15 is the score at the end of this first period. So the Lady Eagles with a 25-15 advantage. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Eagle Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
Where'd my grandson Ian Henry Ray is listening to the ball game back in Warrensburg, Missouri. So hello, Sugar. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repair, batteries, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. Everything is reset, 25-15, so good start for the Lady Eagles. As I said in the ball game Wednesday night, each period started out with about an 8-0, 8-1, 8-2 run for the Lady Eagles. This one started out with an 11-2 beginning to the game. So let's see what they do here. It's Bakarova, Eli, McElroy, Kennedy, and Addison, who finished up that period. Trexler, Davis, Damon, Lawrence, and Frazier on the floor for Indiana Wesleyan. You see Kennedy. McElroy. Faked the three, takes the three, can't get it to go, and there will be a foul on Kennedy on the rebound. It's her first personal foul. Claire Merrill back into the ball game. Frazier goes out. Damon back to Lawrence. Back to Damon. She'll bring it across half court. Throws the ball behind, but it's going to be run down on the side by Claire Merrill. Back to Lawrence, top of the key. She's got 1 point in the game, and I think she's one of the better scorers. She's got a three lined up from straight away off the side of the rim, and Kennedy runs it down rather than letting it go out of bounds, and she'll bring it up the court. J.C. Kennedy tries to pass, but nobody there for her to pass to, and it goes right to Merrill, who's going to bring it down all the way back across to Lawrence. Inside it goes. Nice pass. Bump. No basket, but Claire Merrill will go to the free throw line, and K.D. Addison picks up the foul, her second personal foul. And a timeout call by Mike Davis.
Central Methodist.
He's the head coach of the Eagles. Remy Laurie and Legant Kimbrough, his assistant coaches. 9:03 to go. No one scored in the first 57 seconds of this second period. Karina Bakarova back in the ball game. Nana Massanet going to check in after this first free throw from Claire Merrill. First one front of the rim, no good, short. I don't know why they didn't let Massanet come into the ball game after that first free throw. Second one is good. Now she can come in, 25-16.
Number 23,
Nana Massanet. Second leading scorer for the Eagles last year. Bakarova was the leader, but only by tenths of a point. Kennedy on the right wing, looks around inside. Eli on the pick and roll to the hoop. Deja Eli pumping in her fourth point of the ball game. No, her second point of the ball game. Damon all the way into the corner. Three from the deep corner is good by Adriana Trexler. 27-19. Massanet going to drive. She's a lefty. Goes to the hoop. Too hard. Inside. Tipped away. Tipped away from Kennedy by Trexler. Lady Wildcats looking to cut into the lead. It's down to 8. The closest they've been since early in the first period. Lawrence. And we'll have an offensive foul, moving pick called on Maddie Lawrence. That's her second personal foul, and quickly off the bench is Jade Nutley. She is a freshman from Madison, Indiana. Massanet. Kennedy inbounds, going to bring it up the floor. McElroy. And there will be a blocking foul, and that will go on Damon. That'll be her second personal foul. Jordan Reed checks back in. Massanet. Back to McElroy. Runner down the lane, won't go, but she gets to her rebound, throws it back in. Kennedy has it. She's going to go right to the hoop. Put it up, can't get it to go. It does not fall, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. And that foul goes on Jade Nutley. Her first personal foul. Third team foul. J.C. Kennedy at the line. Looking for her first point of the ball game. There it is. Leah Johnson getting ready to check back in. She's got to be careful. She's got two personal fouls. Second one rattles around and in, and she will check in. And Kennedy will check out. So they go back big now. They've got 6-1, 6-1, and 6-3 on the floor. Merrill. Nutley. Throws it to her teammate who was cutting, and it's Bakarova who has it. Lays it up and in. Darina Bakarova with 7 points in the ball game, and the lead's back to 12. Got down to 8, back to 12. Nutley. 3 straight away. Doesn't draw anything and goes out of bounds. McElroy going to run the point now with Kennedy out of the game. Up to Massanet. She's going to fake and go to the lane. And an offensive foul called on Nana Massanet, and that will be foul number 3 on her, and she will leave. And we got a player down on the floor. J.C. Kennedy comes right back in. I think it was Nutley who took the charge and was down. She's going to go check out for a moment. Trexler checks back in. So it's Jordan Reed, Claire Merrill, Madison Davis, Izzy Reed, and Trexler on the court. This is Izzy Reed. Jordan Reed, not spelled alike, different spelling. Little hook, and there's the call. As Claire Merrill got in traffic and did a little hook on the side to get out of it. She got caught with that. Her first, team foul number 4. Next foul will put the Lady Eagles in the bonus with 6:48 to go. Kennedy brings it up. Bakarova, back to Kennedy. Everybody moves out of the way now. They're running something for Bakarova to get it on the wing. She gets it in the corner instead. Contested, goes to the lane, pulls up for a jumper, tries to bank it, no good, tipped around, and it's going to end up going out of bounds. Nope, it's going to be saved, but it's going to come right back into the hands of McElroy. Kennedy. Got Johnson inside if they can figure out how to get the ball to her. Scoop shot, goes to the hoop, does McElroy, but a foul called. She'll go to the free throw line. Madison Davis with her first, and that puts the Eagles in the bonus. That was a shooting foul, so it's 2 anyway. McElroy with 11 in the game. Make it 12. That was no good. Rims off. Jordan Reed with a rebound. Quickly down the floor. Merrill. 3 on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Tipped around. It's on the floor, and we'll have a foul called as Trexler missed a 3 from straight up. Deja Eli with her second personal foul, so the Lady Eagles are racking up the fouls. That's team foul number 4. Got a mismatch with a guard shooting a 3 over Johnson. Comes back, and there's a walk as Izzy Reed got it. Wanted to pass, came off the floor, came back down, and got ready to shoot, but called for a travel. 32-19. Coach Davis has got 10 players over on his bench. He's used 7 of them so far. He may need more by the end of this with the foul situation. Eli, nice pass underneath. Bakarova with a back pick. Then Deja Eli with the basket, and it's 34-19. Biggest lead at 15. And there's a foul as Eli is fouling on the way to the hoop as Jordan Reed took it right at her, and that's her third personal foul. Autumn Rivera checks into the lineup. She's 5'11". Free throw no good. Second free throw is good. 34-20, Lady Eagles. Kennedy. McElroy going to get a pick from Johnson. Comes around it. Inside it goes to Johnson. Size advantage, but she loses the handle on the ball. And Izzy Reed picks it up. And this is Madison Davis across to Merrill. Davis into the corner. Reed runs over, and we've got a travel call in the corner as Trexler was trying to get set for a shot. Leah Johnson set up for taking a charge underneath the basket. Took it, went to the floor, but no foul call. 5:07. Bakarova going to get a pick from Johnson, go around it. They stick close to her, and they're going to switch back as Johnson's got a mismatch. McElroy with a 3 on the way that just barely grazes the front of the rim, no good. And Davis with a rebound, and McElroy with a steal, but throws it right back away. As we play turnover catch, Davis ahead to Merrill. Through the hands of Trexler. And a tie up, and it goes out of bounds, and they say it goes out off of Indiana Wesleyan. So, Jade Nutley back into the game. Claire Merrill checks out. Autumn Rivera to bring the ball into Kennedy. 4:28 to go. Izzy Reed keeps an eye on her. Around it comes, looking for more picks. Bakarova, she'll take that shot. That's within her range, and she hits it. Let's hope that that's the start of bigger, better things for her. I know that she's had some issues back home in Belarus that's been on her mind. Underneath the basket all alone. All for a second until McElroy comes flying in and blocks Trexler's attempted shot. So 37-20 with 4:03 to go. And we'll have another timeout called. Indiana Wesleyan takes that timeout. That'll give me a chance to tell you we want to thank our corporate partners for all their continued support of CMU athletics. MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. Those folks make it possible for us to do these broadcasts for you. We'll have some halftime stuff for you. I don't see any of the dance team or the Envy dance team from here at Central Methodist or the cheerleaders, because school's in session right now. The ball game going on in the middle of the afternoon. 12:45, and we're 4 minutes away from halftime. 37-20 Eagles. And Indiana Wesleyan to bring the ball inbounds. That's Jordan Reed. And almost to travel as it gets around to Izzy Reed. Nutley, and a foul called on Bakarova. That'll be her second personal foul, and we'll see free throws.
Now on the Eagles, number 0, Karina Bakarova. Foul her second. At the line, shooting 2, number 10, Madison Davis.
So Madison Davis at the line. She's looking for her first point of the ball game. Scores it. Nope, rim was out. There, my grandson heard his name on the radio. And he's 3. Second free throw good. First point of the ball game for her. Bakarova just hit one, wants to try another one. Inside to Johnson. Low inside, good position, puts it up and in. 8 points for Leah Johnson. Bakarova's got 10. McElroy's got 12. Johnson's got 8. Bakarova almost with a steal down the lane. Trexler in the corner, and she's going to be called for a travel as she ball faked and tried to get to the hoop, but she's called for a travel. Asking for the shot clock to be reset, and while they do that, Claire Merrill checks back in. Trexler checks out. Kennedy running the point. Rivera got the ball inbounds. Rivera gets it back. McElroy toward the hoop. Bakarova inside to Johnson. Kicks it to the corner. Back out. McElroy down the lane. Kicks it out. Bakarova's got a straight up 3 on the way. No good, but McElroy with a rebound underneath to Rivera. Nice pass. Lays it up and in. Autumn Rivera from Covina, California. 41-21. Almost a steal by Kennedy. Lady Eagles have made a switch, and Johnson's now trying to guard Nutley, who's standing in the corner right there, wants to shoot a 3. Can't get it inside. Around they swing. Into the corner. Coming back out. That was Claire Merrill. This is Nutley to the hoop. Puts it up and in. Johnson picks up her 3rd foul. So Jade Nutley picks up the basket. Her first points of the ball game, and the 3rd foul on Johnson, who's pleading her case that she thought it was a travel. Before that, Addison gets ready to check back in. KD Addison back in. McElroy's tying her shoe just outside of your picture range as fast as she can, double knotting it. They're allowing her to do that. While she does that, Kennedy checks in at the free throw line. 1 free throw for Nutley. Good. A little more pressure. Kennedy's been able to beat that pressure, going away from it. Bakarova going to get a pick, come around it. McElroy inside to Addison, loses the handle on it, goes out of bounds off of Addison, and then touched by Rivera, was going to go out off of the Lady Eagles anyway, so a turnover with 2:08 to go. 17-point advantage. It was 10 at the end of the first quarter, first period. Indiana Wesleyan scored 15 in the first quarter. They've scored 9 so far here in period number 2. Inside it goes to Nutley, off of her hands and out of bounds. Turnover. Izzy Reed tried to feed her. It went off of her fingertips, out of bounds. It'll be Lady Eagle basketball. Rivera looks around. She will take it out of bounds. More pressure coming. Kennedy goes and gets it. Brings it up the floor. Rivera. McElroy. Got a couple of picks. Thought about a three from there. Bakarova would take a three from there if she got a chance. Kennedy with 13 on the shot clock. Still got plenty of time, but she loses the handle, but their foul will be called on the strip. Claire Merrill, second personal foul. Bonus in effect. Kennedy will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
At the line for the Eagles, shooting two, number 11, J.C. Kennedy.
First one rims out, no good. Kennedy with 2 points in the ball game, both from the free throw line. Makes the second free throw. 42-24, 18-point advantage. Merrill with it. Davis looks inside, over the top to Nutley, knocked around and out of her hands, and Addison comes up with it to the corner, and there will be a travel as McElroy thought about a shot and then wanted to take it to the hoop, but shuffled her feet before she got the ball on the floor. 1:21 to go. Katie Addison on the ball. Nutley. Reed. Back to Reed. Izzy Reed. Nutley in the corner. Back out, swings it around this side. That's Merrill with it. Going to bring it back out. Nutley. Goes up in the air. Lost control of it as it was tipped away from her. Comes back down with it, and a travel call with 58.2 to go and an 18-point advantage. Kennedy going to leave and let McElroy bring the ball up the floor. We got Madison Davis on her. McElroy with 12. 15 on the clock. Stops for a three. Comes up well short. Going to go out of bounds. She took a 23-footer that went about 21. Jordan Reed beats the press by going around it to the corner. Izzy Reed. Nutley down the lane. Up and in. Banked in by Jordan Reed. She's got 10 in the ball game. She's the leading scorer on that side, on the Wildcat side. Shot clock at 14, game clock off, so this will be the final possession of the half, hopefully. Kennedy. Bakarova in the corner. Wants to go baseline, and there's going to be a foul called, and that will go on Izzy Reed. That'll be her first personal foul. 2.9 to go. Darina Bakarova to shoot a pair of free throws. She's got 10 in the game.
At the line, shoot two, Eagles, Darina Bakarova.
First one crawls in. (43-26). Long heave coming up for Indiana Wesleyan. Bakarova makes both. Vanessa Hughes and Abby Naylor check in so that nobody else picks up more fouls. Bakarova leaves, and so does Addison. She's going to get a half-court shot away. Over the top of the backboard, out of play, and that will be the halftime. So 25-15 at the end of one. 44-26 at halftime. We'll have halftime stats for you in just a few moments. We're looking to see if we're going to get any halftime entertainment other than you're going to get to hear Quentin Norris in just a minute, as he's going to tell you what's been going on, what is going on here at Central. So it looks like we have no dancers, we have no poms, because school's in session. So we're going to turn this over to Quentin, and he's going to give you some information about Central Methodist and what's been going on. Welcome, Quentin.
Well, thank you, Charlie. It's good to meet you.
Been here a lot, Quentin. You know that.
That is true. Well, first of all, of course, 44-26 here, leading the way for Central Methodist is Ariana Shaw McElroy with 12. I got Dariana Bakravova, 11 points already there as well. Leading the way for Indiana Wesleyan, that's Jordan Reed with 10 points as well. Of course, today at 2 o'clock, of course, the men's soccer team, they'll be taking on Baker University. First round action of the conference tournament down at Davis Field there. It should be a fun ball game there. Central Methodist, they're about ready to mark a quest for 4 consecutive Final Fours and trying to win the national championship, third time in 4 years. And, of course, Saturday is a Super Saturday. How about for the football team? What an amazing year for Central Methodist football. 7-2. They're taking on 9-1 Baker University. That's a 1 o'clock start time. I think pregame's at 12:30 as well. And I think, of course, Charlie will agree with me there.
Yeah, that's good. We'll be on the air early for that because it's senior day and they'll have festivities early. So we'll be there as soon as they're ready to go with something. We'll be on.
Sounds great to me. I know this is an opportunity for the Central Methodist team trying to win the Hard American Conference South Division and trying to make the postseason for the first time and I would say in the last 29 years that I've followed Central Methodist. And then, of course, at 4 o'clock here at Puckett Fieldhouse, of course, the volleyball team, they'll be taking on William Penn in a quarterfinal game there. If they win that one, they'll play on Wednesday against either the Grandview or Mid-America Nazarene. Of course, depending on how the game goes, if Mid-Am wins and Central Methodist wins that one, then Central Methodist will play Mid-America Nazarene here, 7. Otherwise, they'll go to Des Moines, Iowa, to take on Grandview. Pre-game show, 3:45. I'll have the play-by-play from the Catbird seat at 4 p.m. And then, of course, the women's soccer team. What an amazing year they've had. I tell you, they're just a great team. They're like 16-1 on the year. Taking on Clark in a first-round action of the Higher American Conference tournament as well. 6 o'clock kickoff start time here at Davis Field. So things are going great here at Central Methodist. I know the fall is here, the changing of the colors, and the fun thing is on this Friday afternoon, we got Dodger Blue Sky.
Well, we're back. We had a little problem with our audio momentarily, so we had to do something to fix it. So we did that. Apologize for that. But we've got halftime stats for you for Indiana Wesleyan. They are led in scoring. As soon as I can find. There we go. Jordan Reed with 10 points. There, it's back up and working right. So, Lady Eagles scored 25 in the first period, 19 in the second period, have a total of 44. Indiana Wesleyan 15 in the first quarter, 11 in quarter number 2 in the second period for a total of 26, well below their average. Lady Eagles do have foul trouble. As we'll go through the personal fouls. Deja Eli has 3. Leah Johnson has 3. Nana Massanet has 3. 2 fouls for Darina Bakarova. 2 fouls for KD Addison. And 1 foul for Fat McElroy. And 1 foul for KD Addison. And 1 foul for J.C. Kennedy. So, 3 players with 3 fouls on the Indiana Wesleyan side. 2 fouls for Maddie Lawrence, for Bailey Van Dyke, for Lily Frazier. Kelly Damon and Claire Merrill all have 2 fouls apiece. Nobody's got 3, though. 3 Central players with 3 fouls. As we go along. I've got a busy couple of days coming up here. I've got this ball game today, and then I'm off to do a high school football game in district play here in Missouri tonight. And then tomorrow, I've got the Central Methodist football game at 1 o'clock, and then I'll just walk up the street from that to Puckett Fieldhouse, and I've got the men's game here tomorrow night when the men play their second game of the season. Coach Sherman ready to get his guys back out and playing again. So we're almost set for the second half of play. Bakarova, McElroy, Massanet, Johnson, Eli, the original starters on the floor. 3 of those players have 3 fouls. Van Dyke, Jordan Reed, Lawrence, Frazier, and Madison Davis, the original starters for Indiana Wesleyan as well. Wildcat basketball start this third quarter of play. Into the corner, kick around. Trying to find somebody to go to. Tipped inside. Massanet comes out with it, gets it ahead to McElroy. She runs it down, puts it up, scores, and she's fouled. She's got 14 in the game now. Foul goes on Lily Frazier, her third. She will leave, and Kelly Damon comes back in. Short with the free throw. Van Dyke with the rebound, brings it up across half court. Got Johnson on her. Lawrence. Van Dyke again, kicks it back out. Lawrence in the corner, 3 on the way, and good by Madison Davis. 46-29, Massanet. Jumper for her, scoops out no good. Van Dyke with the rebound. Massanet with only a couple of points in the game. Long jumper won't go. Johnson swats out the rebound, the second shot. Maddie Lawrence to bring the ball in. She's wearing number 2 instead of 42 in this ball game. For those of you watching, thinking she's got a funny looking number on. That's what's going on. Davis, who just hit a 3. Lawrence looks inside, back to Davis. She's got a 3 lined up. That one's no good, off to the side. Johnson runs it down, tipped out of bounds by Jordan Reed, and it will be Lady Eagle basketball. 17-point advantage. McElroy. from Dallas, Texas, senior. Going to get a pick from Eli. Back to Eli off of it. Tries to pass inside. Kicked and goes out of bounds. As Damon kicked it out of bounds. Clock stays at 16, shot clock. And it goes to Johnson. Too far away from the basket. Holds the ball over her head, looks. Eli tries to get it back inside. Knocked away by Jordan Reed to Van Dyke. Lawrence walks with it as she wanted to take a three. Got contested by Massenat. And then took a step around and was called for the travel. McElroy across half court. Almost 2 minutes into this third period. To the hoop. Bank shot won't go. Foul called. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Madison Davis with the foul. Her second personal foul. So everybody, 4 of the 5 players on the floor for Indiana Wesleyan has 2 fouls. 3 of the 3 players on the floor for Central Methodist have 3 fouls. McElroy rattles around and falls. She was 3 out of 4 in the first half. Now she's 4 out of 5. 5 out of 6. She's got 16 in the game. This lead is up to 19 points. It got as far as 20 in that first half. Ball knocked out. Bakarova comes out with it. Gets it to McElroy. Inside to Johnson. Looks for a cutter. Got Eli on the corner for a three. Comes up short, and Johnson goes over the back for a foul. That's a problem she had last year. She's 6'3" and just goes over the top. And she gets called, and that's foul number 4 for her, so she will depart.
First team foul, substitution.
KD Addison back into the game. 7:54 and counting. Jordan Reed, Van Dyke from the side, halfway down and scoops back out on Davis inside. Shot go back up, deflected away. McElroy on the run with it. Travels as she took one extra little hop step at the end, and she's called for the turnover. And we've got a timeout call by Mike Davis. Central 30-second timeout, so we'll go back and tell you that we'd like to thank our corporate partners for their continued support of CMU Athletics, MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. All sponsors of CMU Athletics, Eagles, Lady Eagles. A lot going on, as Quentin told you at halftime. Volleyball's doing very well. Women's soccer ranked 5. Men's soccer ranked number 1. Football team 7-0 and playing for a divisional championship tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So big things. The men's soccer team have won 2 of the last 3 national championships, and they're number 1 in the country again. The ladies looking for their first national championship. The first men's championship was the first national championship of any kind at Central Methodist. We're back to action. Down the lane, lays it up, and gets the roll to go, does Jordan Reed. As Maddie Lawrence had it slapped out of her hands right into the hands of Lawrence. Massenat down the lane, can't get it to go, but works to get her own rebound. Comes out, Eli, back to Massenat. McElroy. Bakarova going to run a little clock. 6:57, 6:55 as the clock skipped a second there. Eli to the lane. Little runner, left hand. She is up and in. Deja Eli. She's got 6 in the ball game. The lead back to 19. Jordan Reed. Addie Lawrence, and a slap by McElroy from behind. That'll be her second personal foul. Second team foul. Personal number 2. They look for cutters. Van Dyke right down the lane. Puts it up, can't get it to go. Tipped around. Massonet comes out with it. Going to run it up the court. All the way back across Bakarova. She's got a 3 lined up and comes up just short. Tipped around. Addison knocks it out of bounds. KD Addison. Last to touch it, goes out of bounds, and it will belong again to the Wildcats. Izzy Reed gets ready to check into the ball game. R-E-E-D. Jordan Reed. R-E-I-D. And Bailey Van Dyke checks out. This is Jordan Reed. She's got 12 in the ball game. She's the only player in double figures for the Wildcats. J.C. Kennedy getting ready to check in for the Lady Eagles at the next break. Runner down the lane. No good. Tipped around, out of bounds. It will belong to Central as it went off of the hands of Madison Davis, who tried to hit a little floater. Darina Bakarova checks out. Kennedy gets it in. Crossover. Gets across midcourt. Got Davis on her. Massonet out by half court. Addison to the hoop. Steps through. Can't get it. Little right-hand scoop shot doesn't go. And Addie Lawrence with the rebound. And there will be a foul called, and that will be number 2 on J.C. Kennedy.
Number 11, J.C. Kennedy. Now, her second, 13 foul. Substitution for the Wildcats, number 0, Jade Nutley. Number 20.
Jade Nutley in, and Clay Merrill in. Damon and Lawrence check out. Jordan Reed, sophomore, at a New Palestine. Been doing majority of the ball handling. Tipped out of bounds by KD Addison. It'll belong to Lady Wildcats on the side. Jade Nutley will bring it in. She's a freshman out of Madison. They've got some young players as well. Izzy Reed, double teamed. Stolen away by Massonet. Ahead to KD Reed, or KD Addison, lays it up and in. She's got 3 in the ball game. Nice baseline cut, but not seen by Merrill. Nutley. Cross to Davis, all the way back out. 3 on the way. Rim is out, no good. That by Izzy Reed. She had 1 in the first half, a 3-pointer. Doesn't hit that one. McElroy, all the way back out. Kennedy, not much of a 3-point shooter. Hasn't shown that yet. Massonet is. She fires it and hits it. Nana Massonet. She's got 5 in the ball game. She's been off to a slow start. Here comes more pressure as Reed takes it down. Addison had it. Knocks it off of the leg of Izzy Reed. And another turnover. And Frazier back in. Lily Frazier. But we've got a timeout called. It'll be a full timeout. So we'll go ahead and take a break with that as well. And we'll be right back in 30 seconds here on the Eagle Sports Network.
You make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We're back, 55-31, 24-point advantage. Biggest lead of the evening for the Lady Eagles. 25-15 at the end of one. 44-26 at the half. And the same story as the first ball game, Lady Eagles making hay at the start of each period. They were up 11-2 early in the first period, added some more on early in the second period, and right now it is an 11-5 start to this third period. Kennedy gets the ball inbounds and will bring it up court against Merrill. To the hoop, too hard, tipped out by Eli. Underneath Kennedy, she's down in the high territory where she doesn't need to be as a small player. Deja Eli switches to the right hand, throws it up a little bit too hard. And here comes Frazier with the basketball for the Wildcats against Eli underneath. Davis in the corner. She's hit a three, misses that one. And goes off of Eli's hands. It didn't draw a rim. It hit backboard, but no rim. And Deja Eli was not anticipating it coming off that fast, and it goes off of her hands out of bounds. Didn't hit anything, so we're back to 17 on the shot clock because it didn't draw any rim. Kennedy knocks it away. Is she and Addison, KD Addison and JC Kennedy, converged on that pass.
Substitution for Wildcats, number 33, Adriana Trexler.
Adriana Trexler checks in. Madison Davis checks out. Tipped out of bounds again by Addison. No time coming off the clock. It's still at 17. It's been knocked out of bounds twice, and the play clock's still at 17. Lady Eagles are making everything difficult, even the inbounds passes. And there's Massanet with a steal. Ahead to Kennedy. Step through, reverse layup, good. Casey Kennedy, 5 points for her. Almost a foul in the backcourt. Frazier, Nutley. And there's a strip out of there. That's McElroy with it. And a little bit too hard on the pass to KD Addison. Lawrence and Damon back into the lineup.
Number 20, Kelly Manning.
Maddie Lawrence to bring it in. Lawrence, Damon, Frazier, Merrill, and Weck Trexler on the floor. Lawrence. And Nana Massanet will be called for her fourth personal foul. Karina Bakarova checks back in, so 19 points from last year checks out, 19 points from last year checks in. Frazier going to back it out, take a look, gets a pick from Lawrence, but can't go anywhere with it. Lawrence flashes down the lane, runs, and will be fouled on the play. KD Addison, I believe, is going to pick up that foul. That'll be her third personal foul. That's team foul number 5. So even if it wasn't a shooting foul, two free throws for Maddie Lawrence. She was 1 of 2 from the line in the first half. That one rattles and crawls in. 57-32. Makes both of them. And the inbounds pass is thrown, but stolen, but a foul called.
Foul on the Wildcats, number 24, Claire Merrill.
Claire Merrill with the foul. Say she tripped Kennedy. She will check out with her third personal foul. Jordan Reed checks back in. No fouls and 12 points. Lady Eagles going to offer Kennedy a little more help this time, but don't need it as she gets the ball in. Comes up against Jordan Reed. McElroy. Bakarova. Going to step through, go to the hoop, tries to put it up. Going to be fouled on the way there. Shot does not go, but the foul will be called. Adriana Trexler, her first personal foul. That's team foul number 4. So for the remainder of this period, we'll have 2-shot penalty free throws on every personal foul. Bakarova makes the first. She's got 13 in the ball game. 16 for McElroy. Makes both free throws. Kennedy almost with a steal inbounds. As Frazier gets it across, got an advantage now of 4 on 3. Damon from the corner hits a 3. Kelly Damon. 4 total points in the game for her now. 59-36. Kennedy dribbling around. KD Addison inside to Deja Eli off the glass too hard. Trexler with a rebound. Bodies fall underneath the basket. 2 of them down. Damon with another 3. That one doesn't go. She just made one. McElroy with the rebound and the run out. Looks for a foul. Doesn't get it. Misses the shot. Frazier on the run. Has it tipped away from her. McElroy to the hoop. Lays it up. Goes slow to draw a foul. Does so against Jordan Reed. That'll be her first personal foul. She baited her into it, and Reed contested the layup. Picks up the foul. 18 points now for McElroy. Makes it. 19 in the game now for her. More trapping. A little slow on the move there was Addison. To the hoop, up and in is Damon. She's got 6, 5 in the last minute of this or so of this period number 3. Kennedy. Bakarova's lined up for a 3, but it's short, and a foul is going to be called. Offensive foul on Deja Eli, her 4th personal foul. She'll go to the bench momentarily while Autumn Rivera checks in. 62-38 with 1:16 to go. Short jumper, Rivera with the rebound. Kennedy under a minute to go now. McElroy. And there's a reach foul on Trexler. Her 2nd personal foul.
That's number 33, Adriana Trexler, that foul, her 2nd. At the line, shooting 2 for the Eagles,
Alicia McElroy at the free throw line. Rattles around, no good. She's looking for point number 20. She had 21 Wednesday night. Misses both. Jordan Reed up the floor. Going to try and get 2 for 1 if they can get a shot off quickly. They don't. They almost lose the ball. Knocked out of bounds. Nice play, nice hustle by KD Addison as Damon was open underneath the basket, but Addison was able to knock it out of bounds. 17 on the shot clock, 31 on the game clock. Get it back to Lawrence in the corner. All the way back out to Damon, top of the key. Lawrence, baseline, spin, backing in, spin, gets open, puts it up and in. Maddie Lawrence. Eagles up 24 with the last shot of the period coming. Bakarova. Rivera And she's going to be called for a travel as she spun to go baseline. Autumn Rivera, 5.4, so chance to cut this down to 20 or even 19 here in the last couple of seconds. Long throw to Reed. 3 on the way, tipped around, no good, and Addison out with it. As that will end period number 3, 62-40. So Central outscores Iowa Wesleyan 18-14 in that period, and they have a 22-point lead with 1 period to play to go. If the size of the score, the length of this score stays about the same, you'll look to see the Lady Eagles jump from 17 up several spots in the poll, as this is a 11 versus 17 game poll game, and it's a 22-point advantage. Even with all the foul trouble that the Lady Eagles have, they've been able to maintain and move forward. As looking at the foul situation, Leah Johnson's on the bench with 4. Deja Eli's on the bench with 4. Nana Massinette's on the bench with 4. Madison Davis on the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Kennedy, Addison, McElroy with the ball right there. Johnson back into the ball game. Bakarova with the ball right there. She'll dribble to the side and look for the 3. Can't get a 3 from there. McElroy, she's going to go straight to the hoop right there. Lays it up and in. Found a gap. Defender had back turned on the backside help. Lays it up and in. She's got 21. Maddie Lawrence going to go inside against Johnson and see if she can pick up a 5th foul. Long ball knocked out. Addison goes after it, but Lawrence ends up with it. All the way back out to Davis. She puts up a 3, and Johnson with a rebound. Bakarova off a nice pass. Can't get it to convert. Fouls several times on the rebound and finally called for it. That'll be her 3rd personal foul. First team foul. Izzy Reed checks in. Madison Davis checks out for the Wildcats. Lawrence, Jordan Reed. She's done a majority of the ball handling, and she has 12 points in the game to lead her team. Lawrence to the hoop, around the defenders, lays it up and in. Good. She's got 7 in the game now. Kennedy. Addison. Goes away from a pick. Bakarova from the corner. 3 ball on the way, won't go. And a rebound by Izzy Reed. Bakarova just a little bit off. She's not found her stroke yet this year. Jordan Reed to the basket. Lays it up and in as they are attacking Leah Johnson inside with her 4 fouls. And Johnson is not contesting. Not wanting to pick up foul number 5. And it's back to a 20-point advantage. Kennedy. Bakarova. Not going to stop her from shooting. Katie Addison down the lane. Inside to Johnson. Taken away by Frazier. She's got the ball and they can cut the lead under 20. And a timeout call as they only had 2 seconds to get it across half court and did not get it across. So a timeout by Indiana Wesleyan. Men's action tomorrow night. Football action tomorrow afternoon. If you want to see soccer, go to the CMU Athletic webpage and dial that in, because I know that's going to be telecast as well. I'm going to set my equipment up for the football game, leave it there, and they're going to use that for the soccer game, and then I'll come up here and use a different setup in Puckett Fieldhouse for the men's game tomorrow night. So, Lawrence, Frazier, Damon, Izzy Reed, Jordan Reed on the floor. Get the ball inside, inbounds to Frazier, underneath to Jordan Reed, lays it up and gets it to go. Jordan Reed with 16 now, and the lead's under 20, which I'm sure that's what Coach Whaley said. We need to get it down under 20, then we need to get it under 15, get it under 10, and get back in the ball game. McElroy, Bakarova. Inside to Johnson, she spins, left hand off the glass and good. She's in double figures. She's got 10. Lawrence. Damon in the corner. Back to Lawrence. She's going to fire a three. Looks long. Is. McElroy with a rebound. Loses it. Ends up in Bakarova's hands. Kennedy. Almost loses it. Tries to get it into Johnson, and there's a foul on Lawrence inside. That'll be her third personal foul. As the ball looked to have a little grease or something on it because it was no one was holding on to it very well. Bailey Van Dyke back in. Damon out. Deja Eli back in. Nana Massanet back in, both with 4 fouls. Lady Eagle basketball just under 7. Massanet. Drive. She's a lefty. She's going to turn the other direction. Long three. Rainbow shot by McElroy. She's got 24 in the ball game now. Frazier down the lane. Both defenders went with the other person involved off the screen. Massanet to the hoop. Underneath to Johnson, lays it up and in. Nice play by Nana Massanet. Johnson with 12 now, and the lead's back to 25. Lawrence. Frazier. And a foul on travel call, rather. I thought we were going to see Nana Massanet leaving the ball game, but it's a travel instead. Adriana Trexler, junior forward from Swayze, Indiana, back into the ball game. McElroy with a basketball. 6 minutes to go. Eli spins off of the pick to the hoop, lays it up and in. She's got 8 in the game. 3 players in double figures, and she's got 8. Frazier. Jordan Reed. Trexler with a 3 and hits it. She's got 6 in the ball game. McElroy just across half court. Going to slow it up a little bit. Johnson. Massanet. She will shoot that. Inside to Johnson. She turns triple teamed. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up. Score the basket. And a foul. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1. She's got 14 in the game. Foul is on Trexler. Her third. Davis back in. Damon back in. Frazier and Jordan Reed out. 5:16 to go. Period number 4. 3-point play finished by Johnson. And a timeout called. It's a full timeout, so I'll tell you about some of our sponsorship people here that make these broadcasts possible. AirLink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider. Family owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for information on all your internet needs. President Roger Drake still here enjoying the basketball action. He has been a big influence on CMU athletics since he came on as the president. He wants winning programs, and he's got a whole bunch of them. Volleyball is a winning program right now. Football winning program. Men's soccer, national champions. Women's soccer, nationally ranked. Women's volleyball, nationally ranked. Men's basketball got a winning record. baseball team finished second in the nation last year. Lost the championship game, finished second in the nation. So there's a whole lot going on here. Their dance squad, which is called Envy, has won awards. Their cheerleading squad has won awards. Band is growing. There's lots of things going on. If you have any interest, contact some people here at CMU and get a visit scheduled. They might even let you meet Quentin Norris. Hall of Famer Quentin Norris. Nana Massanet with a steal. She's going to take it, slow it down a little bit, wait. McElroy to the hoop. Going to pass it off, but a foul called. Not shooting, so it'll be out of bounds. It's only team foul number 3. Kelly Damon with the foul, her third personal foul. Massanet. Going to go to the hoop. She's a lefty. Banks it a little bit too hard. Deja Eli gets the rebound. Passes to Massanet, but it went off of her back. McElroy catches it and hits a three. Says, why not? I got the ball. I'm in the corner. I'm not guarded. I'll hit a three. She's got 27 in the ball game, and it's a 30-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. To the hoop. Not going to get that to fall, as missed it was Bailey Van Dyke. Johnson with a rebound. Massanet tries to step through, gets the ball to go. Euro step of some sort. She's got 7. Damon down the lane, puts the shot up. Going to be fouled by McElroy. She nods in agreement that she did that. That's 4 on her. Oh, it's her third personal foul. So the players on the floor for the Eagles, Bakarova's got 3. McElroy's got 3. The others have got 4. Damon with the first free throw good. She's got 7 in the ball game after being sick on the ride over here. Second free throw. Crawls in as well. A couple of more subs coming in. Frazier comes back in, as does Merrill. Davis and Izzy Reed check out. McElroy being ridden down the floor, and a foul will be called on Bailey Van Dyke as McElroy just kept working her way left in front of the defender until she finally got a foul called. Her third personal foul, team foul number 4, so the Eagles from now on will be shooting bonus free throws. We're going to have a conversation between the officials. And word going back over to Coach Davis as to what the outcome of that was. Into Eli. Massanet. 17 on the shot clock. Going to get a pick. Goes the other direction around it. Inside to Leah Johnson, but she wasn't ready for it. And it goes off of her hands out of bounds. Frazier into the corner. 3 on the way. Won't go. For Merrill. Frazier again inside. Nowhere to go. Kicks it back out. Damon's going to take a 3 from there and not get it to go. And it's going to be tipped around and it's going to be kicked and end up in Bakarova's hands. And she gets it to McElroy. And again, the ball slippery. McElroy. Massanet's got a 3 lined up. That one goes off the side rim. No good. Frazier with a rebound. 3:10 to go in the ball game. Van Dyke has her shot blocked from behind. Eli comes out with it. Coach Davis yelling to play. He wants to run the offense a little bit. She's going to have to hurry. She's down to a second. She gets it across to Bakarova. Does McElroy. They're going to spread out and run some clock. Bakarova. McElroy. 8. I think she can get to the lane whenever she wants to. Nice pass to Deja Eli. Good vision, good result, nice basket. Eli now with 10, 4 players in double figures for the Eagles. They had all 5 and had 5 in double figures in the game the other night. Van Dyke from the corner with a 3, won't go. Bakarova with the rebound, headed it out to Massonet, but it was tipped and ends up in McElroy's hands. McElroy to Massonet. Gary Linhart says Massonet, so maybe I should go with that. He probably knows more than I do. Massonet with it, 2 minutes to go. Bakarova in the corner. Long 3 comes up short. Trexler with a rebound. Quickly down to Frazier. She misses the shot. Trexler misses again. And Johnson with a rebound. McElroy checking eyes and nose. She must have got elbowed. She gets it across just in time, and there is another foul for riding her down the floor on Kay Merrill. Claire Merrill with the foul. That's her 4th personal foul. That's 5. So McElroy will go to the free throw line after she checks everything, checking teeth, nose, making sure everything's still there that's supposed to be there, because I think she took an elbow. Alicia McElroy to the line, 27 points. Misses that. Phantomly shakes hands with everybody off of her team for missing. They're all back in the backcourt. Second one good. 84-51 and a timeout call by the Eagles with 1:28 to go. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repair, batteries, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. 1:28 to go. A 32-point advantage in the ball game. Again, Indiana Wesleyan, and this is their 3rd game in 4 days, as they played Madonna University and beat them in overtime. Then they were in Columbia last night, yesterday late in the afternoon, to play the Cougars from Columbia College. Ended up winning that game by 7, I believe, and then got in here in time for this game, and I'm guessing they're headed back home after this. They're an awfully good team. They're well disciplined. They do what they're supposed to do. They've just run into a bit of a whirlwind here in Central Methodist. Frazier across half court. She's only got 1 point, so she hasn't been a big threat. Trexler backs up. Jumper on the way. Rims around, no good. Put back up, no good. Put back up and in on a second try by Claire Merrill. Her 3rd point of the ball game. McElroy across half court. Got Merrill on her. Merrill's got 4 fouls. Bakarova going to come around. Back out to Massonet. 9 on the shot clock. Massonet to the basket. Lays it up and in. She's got 9. She's 1 point away from having 5 players in double figures. Van Dyke beats everybody down the floor. Coach Davis won't be happy with that. 8 seconds difference between play clock, game clock. Outcome decided, just not the final score. They're going to run it down 86-55. It's about 20 points less per ball game than Indiana Wesleyan has scored in their first 3 ball games. Central got 92 in the first game. They got 86 here against the top-ranked team. McElroy, jumper from the free throw line won't go. 9 seconds. And here comes Van Dyke with the basketball. Izzy Reed with a 3, won't go. And there is your final score. 86-55. McElroy with 28. 15 for Johnson, 14 for Bakarova, 10 for Deja Eli, 9 for Nana Massanet. So there is your final score. As I'm going to see if I can get that to change on the scoreboard. There we go, final score. And you see on the screen, very nice move here by the two schools. They're going to form up at midcourt and do a post-game quick little prayer for everybody. Safe travels for Indiana Wesleyan getting home. Hope they can find their way back there without all the congestion at Midway, in between Midway and Columbia for this. But bring Quentin in and let Quentin tell you what he thinks of the ball game as he puts his headset back on. Quentin, what did you think of the effort?
It was a great team effort there. You know, Indiana Wesleyan was a good ball club. They were ranked number 11 in the polls, and really that first quarter really made the difference. They're getting on to an 11-2 lead there, but also maintaining that double-digit lead there, led by 10 after one quarter. But really that second quarter, really, that it was a great effort there, and you got to give credit to them, outscore them 19-11. And really in that second half, it was a defense. If you look at it on the stat line, 42-29 in the second half. I tell you, you got a lot of players, even though we had to battle through foul trouble there, but the great thing is this team really made the difference, made the plays when they had to. And I tell you, our Alicia McElroy, I tell you, had a great all-around game, 28 points there. And then you had Leah Johnson, 15. Even though she had 4 fouls, she played well. Dariana Bakarova, I think her shooting is getting back to normal, about 14 points. And then you got team for Deja Eli. So far, I tell you what, a great win for the Central Methodist team.
Yeah, and they've got a couple of more players waiting to come back, waiting to get in. Robin Beck, 6'2", junior from Dallas, Texas, looking for her first action of the year. Eternity Willock, a 6'5", junior from Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. So another big waiting to get into the ball game. Allison French has a broken hand right now, 5'11", freshman from Clinton, Missouri. So there's more bodies on the way, and that's not good news for the Hart people, and it's not good news for opponents of Central Methodist in the future.
I tell you one thing, we're bound through injuries right now, but I tell you, once we get eligible now, she's going to be a great force for this Central Methodist team there.
Yeah, Coach Davis has a great luxury, and he can put 4 shooters out on the floor anytime he wants to, or he can go three or four bigs on the floor if he wants to with Johnson and Deja Eli. And then when Willock gets eligible, he's got a lot of pieces to this puzzle, and they've performed very well in the first 2 ball games. So 86-55 is our final score. The Eagles outscore the Wildcats each period of the contest tonight, and they pull away and end up winning by 29 or 31 if my math was anywhere better than that. So that's about the biggest lead. It was 15. It was a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter, 25-15, 44-26 at halftime, 62-40 at the end of the third period. So Indiana Wesleyan at the end of the third quarter did not have as many points as Central Methodist did at halftime. And then 86-55 is the final. So that will do it from here. Football action, 1 o'clock tomorrow, Davis Field. Basketball action back here, Puckett Fieldhouse tomorrow night. Men's action. And soccer in between down at the football field. As soon as the football game's over, they'll get the soccer teams ready to go. I think that's a 6 o'clock start. Football game ought to be over around 4 or so. It is senior day for the football team, so it's a lot of festivities going on tomorrow. It's the last home football game, bar regular season football game for the Eagles. So for Quentin Norris, is Charlie Brown. Thanks for joining in today. We appreciate it.